I think, Todd, hair worse than his is your hair.
Haters want to hate.
Have you ever combed your hair?
I try. I use a plastic fork because I can't seem to. I always lose my comb, so I go back to the plastic fork.
Just a regular fork.
Yeah, like a pick it out.
At least you have something to eat with after that.
Yeah.
You never.
No, that's a different. I got
That's what you get.
plastic forks.
He has more than one fork.
Yeah, especially plastic.
What do you think? It's an animal?
I don't think he has more than one fork. I pretty much guarantee you he's got one fork.
All right.
And it's his brush.
And this is coming from an NBL too, so let's put that in.
Natural born lunatic.
All right. Well, actually, we do have another NBL, and he's naturally born lethal.
Who's that?
And that's Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
Oh, yeah.
No,
That's right, baby.
He impressed me a lot. I mean, he looked like he was hurt in the first round, which he admitted to afterwards. And just when he won that fight, he came off as he was hurt. But in a little scrimmage, he managed to get another low leg kick off, and it rattled McGregor. He couldn't stand, and Poirier just put on a combination that was, a great boxing combination. He was going head, body, head, body, head, body. Conor goes to the ground. He hammers him with a couple uppercuts. He killed him.
Yeah, it was great.
He made McGregor really second thought that. Now McGregor's talking the third fight, which I think would be dumb for him because Poirier looks like the real deal.
Nah, you believe in him.
Well, not against Magomedov, no.
Tonight we're gonna order his hot
Oregon's
sauce
burger.
so we can.
Yeah.
I'll try it.
I'll do that.
So.
We should
Order
order
that. And I'm not convinced he can beat Justin Gaethje either, which I'd like to see in a couple.
Well, he has beaten Justin Gaethje.
I would like to see Gaethje get another fight, Poirier get another fight, and then those two guys battle for the title. Because at that time, Magomedov is going to have to surrender because a year is going to pass where he had defended.
Yeah, he's retired, so at this point, Dustin's the champion. That's the reality of it. But
all right.
I don't even know who that guy. Who?
Who? Gaethje?
Yeah, who is that?
Justin Gaethje.
He's like a guy that probably threw hay bales all the time, got hit by bulls. You can punch him in the face and hit him with a bat, and he's just going to look at you with the same face, not even scar or bruise. You're like,
Yeah.
he does.
He does a 5-round beat fest and then does a backflip off the top. And you're like, didn't you just get destroyed for 5 rounds? Somehow you won, and then you did a backflip?
Yeah.
I can't do a backflip on my best day of my life.
He's an all-American wrestler with Trevor Whitman.
Yeah.
Trevor Whitman's a whole other story. But anywho, let's get on to our winner for this week's NBL MBW. And they're both natural-born losers.
But he's a winner?
No, they're losers. I'm sorry. They're both natural-born losers. And that's Scott McDermott and Matt LaFleur.
God, yeah.
For their terrible coaching decisions in the fourth quarter.
They were bad news bears.
I kind of can get on board with Matt LaFleur kicking the field goal when Brady had just thrown. Well, hear me out. Brady just threw 3 interceptions in a row. Their defense was stopping you. But then it is Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And I think he got tricked, like Tom Brady tricked him when he throw a couple passes away late in the game. You're going I can get it back from him. And he's like, I'm not giving it back to you. And then he throws a terribly tough pass, and Johnson, our 6th-string guy, makes one of the greatest catches in Tampa Bay for the season. Minus Gronkowski's screen. There was a lot of stuff going on. Miller going deep. Woo!
Yeah.
But those coaches just blew it. And what did the Bills coach do? What did he do? Oh, that's right. He went for 2 when he should have kicked a field goal, and then they got an onside kick. They recovered it. It would have been a 2-possession game, which they could have gone down there, scored, kicked it off normal with 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning. Possibly got the ball back. But since they went for 2 early, they had to get another score. And then it got dirty at that point. That game.
Sounds like a Steelers play.
Yeah, the refs lost control of that game. So, but that's all I got this week.
They dissolved. That was hard to watch.
Yeah, so.
Hard to watch the Bills.
So it was a Bills blood all over the field.
Yeah.
All right.
It was.
Did you hear that Scotty Miller says he's faster than Tyreek Hill?
I saw that. I want to see that. Well, he always when I see him
faster than who? Tyreek Hill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I see him come in on the field, I'm like, oh, they're going to throw a deep bypass. Because halftime when he comes out, they're going to do a gadget play to him, or they're going to throw it. But they played him, I think, 3 or 4 plays in a row, and one of those, actually, it was end of the first quarter. It was 4th down. They went over, called timeout, said, screw that.
8
We're not
seconds
punting.
left. Yep.
We're not punting. We're going for it. They got a 1st down, and then the very next play was the deep pass to Miller, and Miller was
39 yards.
Yeah, he was like 6 yards clear of the other guy, it seemed like.
He outran King. That guy's fast.
How does he keep finding Edelman's?
I don't know.
I just like they just pop out of nowhere. It's like
I think Miller's faster than Edelman.
it's like
Is Edelman even?
well, yeah.
Fast.
Oh, yeah.
He's quick. I don't know about
Even
He's
Wes
just
Welker. I
big.
mean,
He's
Wes
quick.
Welker was gifted from Miami though, but
Kind of weird.
He's just fast, I think. I mean, quick.
You've been listening to Ball Busters. We will be right back with Brando and his headlines.
You're listening to Ball Busters. You're listening to Ball Busters.
Welcome back to Ball Busters. We're going to kick it to Brando with some juicy sports news.
yeah.
What's up, Brando?
Bow, bow.
Here's Brando with This Week in the Headlines.
Hey, guys. We got some exciting stuff going on in the good old sports news this week. The NFL is full of pros. Grandpa Brady borrows a rib from his Mahomie. Aaron Rodgers is actually the greatest millennial of all time. Tom Brady's going to be wearing white in his home field. Tanaka returns to the Golden Eagles in Japan. The Yankees are left fishing for raw talent. Is it true he's leaving for the sushi? Because we'll talk about the Blue Jays later, guys. I don't want to get dirt fired up right now because Kurt Schilling has a huge insurrection.
Bloody ankle?
That's right. And then another news. Some Jersey trash washes up on the shores of New York. Mike Adams throws 98 miles per hour. And last but not least, the National Basketball Actors has some big news. So what do you guys think about Amanda Gorman? She's going to read a poem. She's the young lady, 22 years old, youngest poet of all time to read at an inauguration. We've seen poets read at inaugurations before.
I saw that. The
What inauguration, though?
That like
Poet
gave me
laureate.
goosebumps.
Yeah.
It really did. Like she's really
You
good.
had goosebumps? Nice. Yeah. Nice. So, yeah, when Joe Biden got inaugurated on, was it January 20th? Yeah. So she read that poem, and apparently she turned some heads, and now she's going to be reading during Super Bowl 55 at the pregame ceremony. I don't know how football fans in general are going to respond to poetry. I think it's interesting, but I don't know if I'm...
Kind of, like it's kind of boring. Like you don't
Yeah.
want to get a sports game, you know,
Yeah.
the pre-sports game to a poem. Like
I
I
know.
respect her, but
Yeah.
it's not the right platform for her to use that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I like that it's being done. I am a poet myself. I'm a beer poet. I write beautiful beer poetry. You guys can find my book, Brando's Book of Beer Poetry. But aside from that, I mean, beer poetry could work great before a football game, or maybe poetry about ribs.
Poetry about anything I can digest
Okay.
and ingest.
But before a football game, I feel like it's a little out of place. But
Yeah, it's kind of awkward.
yeah, it is.
Depends, though. I mean, poetry is also like fight chants. I mean, chants like your war cry is poetry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you want like hype music, you know? You
I
don't
know, but
want-
your war cry is poetry in a way.
Casey at the Bat is maybe one of the greatest poems of all time as far as sports goes. Casey at the Bat, the baseball poem. And that goes back like 100 years.
okay.
Yeah, If you haven't, we're not going through that because it's very long. But yeah, look it up. Casey at the Bat. It's a great poem.
I was just thinking like John Denver singing Country Roads for Liverpool is poetry if you're a Liverpool fan.
Yes.
And it's a fight song.
You'll never walk alone, Todd.
Yeah, that's right.
You'll never walk alone.
Actually,
All right,
I think that's a Manchester United song I sung with John Denver. Sorry.
We got some interest there in some poetry, but Brady's going to borrow a rib from a homie before he starts the game because he needs an extra one from somebody. But what's on the tailgate menu this week, guys? What are you guys going to eat? I know, Liz, you said you're making something kind of fancy. You're making something for us tonight, but tell us about it.
I made some chili, and I put Old Bay seasoning in it.
Okay.
Tom Brady played in New England.
Okay.
Bay.
Yeah.
Now he's playing for Tampa Bay.
All right.
And the New Bay.
Okay.
And
I like where you're going here.
I know. I just feel chili is kind of Kansas City-ish. You know what I mean? Like the whole barbecue scene. So I just try to incorporate it in the same dish.
Right on. But we'll test it out if we like it. We might ask you to bring it to the Super Bowl.
I can say from experience that whenever, because Mr. Feedback and I here, we play in a band together, and whenever we go on tour, every single city we're in, every single city that we go to, this guy,
home tour, right?
As soon as we pull into the town, this guy knows where every barbecue joint's at. He's already got them staked out, and he knows where we're going for lunch right when we pull into town.
I like your style.
He likes his meats.
True story, huh?
I'm getting
Danny
excited
likes
about
the meat.
Getting excited about this next segment because we're going to be eating some of Danny's ribs. That's a good tailgate food. Ribs is great tailgate.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm probably going to be eating a lot of gazelle next weekend. What?
He's like, anybody?
I didn't even. Yeah. That was. I'd say it was poor form, but it didn't even make. I don't know, man. It was like a kind of a dribble. What does gazelle leg taste like, though? Ask Tom Brady. Aren't you in his room a lot?
I wish.
Well, then at least you'd know what a gazelle leg smells like.
That's for a different segment.
It's from a different segment.
For the after hours.
So what do you guys think about Aaron Rodgers now? He says, I might not be back next year. Is that... I know.
Got a case of the Cutlers?
I don't know. Why do they got to talk about him all Monday and Tuesday? Aaron Rodgers, the Green Bay coach is horrible. These are just empty stories. These people are just fishing hard.
Yeah.
Come on. Do you know who gave Aaron Rodgers a chance to win? Who took him to 2 NFC championships in a row? A coach that brought him a running game. He never had a running game. Everyone wants to rag on the coach. He's never getting that far. What did McCarthy bring him? Eddie Lacy, another fat Alabama running back?
Where
Nothing
is
ever
Eddie
happened.
Lacy?
It was garbage.
I liked Eddie
mean, come
Lacy.
on.
He was on my fantasy team. I liked for 1 year. He did good. Where is Eddie Lacy now?
And who cares?
think
But
he's
all
playing
I'm going to
video
say
games
is Green Bay was
convenience
able.
store.
Green Bay could have run the ball down Tampa's throat last week.
Why didn't
That
they?
that big-legged Dylan looked like Allstott over there. He was I seen him run through a couple holes. I'm like, I would not try and tackle that big joker. He looked like he
He's
would
like the
he
bus.
would have ran through it, but you got to give Aaron Rodgers his chances.
Hey, Tampa had the top rated run defense in the league.
But they ran on us.
A little bit, but they didn't have their main gun. Aaron Jones is of an elite running
He
back.
was
Those
there.
backups.
He was there, but we that right there was an eye for eye because we
Remember
lost.
Junk Food Friday.
No.
We've had to clean it up a little bit.
We lost our safety
Not
to
too much, but
hit
still,
Jones.
You get the barbecue in there. When you're in Kansas City, you got to do the barbecue.
Let's talk about the barbecue. Come on.
Yeah. KC. Barbecue.
Going to get barbecued in Tampa this week.
Maybe.
Uh-oh.
So Brady's going to be wearing white, and if he is, he's going to get blood on his jersey. Either his or maybe some barbecue sauce from the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs are going to be wearing red this week in Tampa. That is strange, guys. What is the theory? What is the science behind this? Why are they doing this?
Well,
So,
we were talking barbecue.
Did one team get home field advantage? So I guess that's KC.
There's some sort of neutral site on it, and they have. I don't know how they maybe overall record, which Kansas City has
Has a better record.
Yeah, so your fish most of the time the stadiums are neutral, So they decide who gets what locker room.